What's going on? What's going on, y'all? Polo Sports Talking ENT and also Polo Sports News Plus. Here again with another one. Um, Hit the like and hit the sub and comment. Also, hit them notifications too so that you're able to get all of my content. This isn't anything new right here. Okay. Dennis Rodman saying that he would have been able to guard LeBron uh, in both eras. And he also came out and said something in which surprisingly y'all are gonna be surprised when I say this, but I would have to go ahead and disagree with. Okay, um, he pretty much has stated that Scottie Pippen was the more superior player. Um, I gotta disagree with that, because you, you talking about two different types of games. Okay, Scotty, Scotty, is as much as I respected him as a player, and as much as I liked him as a player, uh, he was nowhere near as versatile as what uh, LeBron was. Now their games are similar in a lot of ways, and their games are different in a lot of ways. And what I mean by that is when they're similar in terms of revolutionizing the point forward, Scottie Pippen was a point forward pretty much. He could handle the ball. Um, he could find his teammates. He was a playmaker. What's up, JMJ? I see you in the building, brother. Hope you're doing all right, man. He could find people, and he was athletic too as well. But LeBron, though, I have to give LeBron the edge in terms of him being the more superior player. I think that LeBron is the more superior player than Scottie Pippen. Okay, now does he does he have as many accolades, and does he have the hardware and the accomplishments? Uh, not rings wise, but in terms of MVPs and being able to lead a franchise, things of that nature. Scottie Pippen has never been placed in that situation, and I have to give it to LeBron for the simple fact that he came in with way more pressure than what Scottie did. Scottie was already blessed to have been, uh, playing with Michael Jordan. And I'm not going to sit here and say that Scottie rode the coattails of Michael Jordan or anything like that, because Scottie did do his part in the shy. We have to stop, listening to, uh, various people that say, oh yeah, he all he did was ride the coattails of Jordan and all this other stuff. So you said the link don't work. Okay, I'll try it again. Uh, Adrian Barbie. Salute to you, man. I'll put it in again. Hold on. Okay, try that again. All right. That one should work right there. That one should work right there. Um, so, I just feel that, Dennis Rodman, see, a lot of people don't realize that everybody just thinks they're too busy looking at highlights. They're too busy looking at, clips and stuff of certain things. But what they don't do is they don't sit there and they don't look at the games. They don't actually go back in time and actually do film study and actually break down what's going on. We have to get out of this mindset of and I'm gonna let you go in just a second, Adrian. Okay, please, please, please don't disconnect this time, man, because I know you'll stay in there for like 5 seconds and then you'll leave, man. I really be wanting to hear what you got to say, man. Um, we got to get out of this mindset of, oh, okay, I'm gonna look at the clip and then I'm gonna judge that, based on what Dennis Rodman used to do. People don't understand how extremely fast and how extremely quick he was in terms of cutting off angles. Dennis Rodman was. Now, I do agree with Dennis Rodman. He could have stopped either one of them. But to say for Dennis Rodman, where I disagree with him, is that LeBron was the more, far more, Scottie Pippen was a far more superior player than LeBron. Now, what Scottie had on LeBron is defensively. Scottie Pippen was a lockdown defender, and he was guarding pretty much some of the opposing team's best players, or the one to two tier best players each night. And then on top of that, LeBron has the court vision on Sky. What's up, Andy K? And what's up, Stephen Brown? I see you in the building. So I do have to give LeBron the edge on that. But look, I mean, as far as defending the two, he would have shut down both of them, and he's already proved that he could shut down both. Well, proved that he could shut down Pippen before he evolved and got tougher in 90, in 90 and 91 when they ultimately derailed the Pistons. Adrian, Bobby, what's up with it, man? My brother from another mother. It's been a minute, brother. What's
Yeah,
up,
man.
man? Are you actually gonna stay on here and chop it up, or are you just gonna? Hey, listen. This is what Adrian Barber do. He'll stay there for like he'll say what he'll do. What my guy LVZ do. He'll say what he'll cook everybody and then bounce. I want you to stay, nigga. I want to hear this basketball mind, man. Adrian Barbie got a basketball mind for your ass. And what's up, JMJ? I see you in the building. What's up, Jacob Jennings? I see you in the building. Don Lovato, I see you in the building. Adrian Barbie, you got the motherfucking floor. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, salute, bro. Uh, I'm kind of on 50-50 with this because I actually went back a couple days ago and watched when those Detroit teams were robbing them. And don't get me wrong, Rodman was a good defender, but what I noticed when he was guarding somebody 1-on-1, they could blow past him, and what happened was either he'd come out of nowhere and slam him to the ground, or one of his teammates was. And the whole thing about LeBron is the LeBron and Pippen thing. Their games were similar, but I do think Bron is better because it ain't like Bron. He came in the league in 2010. He came in the league in 2003 when it was still like defensive dogs in the league, like Metal World Peace, Rick Hamilton, guys like Tayshaun Prince. It ain't like Bron came into the league in 2010. He came in the league in 2003 when it was still kind of physical era, you know. So that's what I kind of have to disagree with Rodman on that. Well, I do think what messes Bron up is his mental. Sometimes I feel I feel like he doesn't always attack when he should because of his free throw. I guess because of his free throws or whatever. But I mean, it just depends. I don't think 1-on-1. I don't think Robin could lock LeBron down, but with help behind him, yeah. But 1-on-1, I don't think he'll be able to shut LeBron down.
Okay, here's where I part ways. I got to part ways with you on that. Now I'm gonna let JMJ take it away, and then y'all can piggyback off of whatever I said. Look, first and foremost, man, you're talking about Dennis. I got just to let everybody know. Salute to you, Hitman X. I see you in the building. I saw the video earlier, man, with the Phoenix Suns. We got to talk about that too, man. Aiden needs to stay out of fucking foul trouble. Anyways, man. Okay, this is the thing, Adrian. Where I got to part ways with you, and I got to disagree with you on, brother. Okay, Dennis Rodman wasn't always throwing people to the ground and stuff like that. Dennis Rodman could actually play legit defense. If you go back and you go look at actual games. Okay, Adrian, don't just look at the clips where he's tossing Scottie Pippen into the crowd and stuff like that. No, go and actually look at the games where he played the Lakers in the '89 final. Go look at the '96 finals when he had to guard multiple players when they were playing the likes of Sean Kemp and the likes of Gary Payton and the likes of many different very shooters in which he had to play too. Also, you also have to look at the fact that Dennis Rodman could guard 1 through 5. So he was guarding. He could guard a point guard like a Magic Johnson. He could guard a point guard like a Damus Stoudemire if he needed to. He could switch up on any different player. So his quickness and his speed was utilized too, and he could get up and down the floor. So it wasn't just him. Uh, Hustle and bustle. I mean, rumbling and throwing people to the ground and using his physicality all the time. Nah, he could actually be finesse with you too. So was it physical sometimes, and did he do little stupid things to get up in under the skin of other opponents? Absolutely, but he wasn't doing that all the time, man. He could actually play legit defense, and that's why teams wanted him on the team. They didn't want to play against him; they wanted him. They wanted him on the team. Scotty said gave Phil the nod to say, okay, hey, look, yeah, I don't mind playing with Rodman. As bad as blood that they had, and it was bad blood between them. He still wanted to play with them. Uh, JMJ, man, what's up with it, man? Well, what you got on this, man? And then I'll let Adrian Barbie, just to be fair to him, to respond after you do. JMJ, you there? JMJ, I think
Yo,
JMJ may.
Paulo,
J-
what's going on?
Hey, you all right?
Yeah, man, I had to get another call from somebody to see the power was off.
Oh, okay. All
Yeah.
right, man. What's up
Hey,
with it, man?
hey,
What you?
man, I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you this, there, Apollo. Hey, let me get you back in a few seconds, man. So I can call my brother. Call my brother and something like that. All right. Now,
All right,
I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna mute myself. You know what I'm saying? All
all
right.
right. No problem, man. Because Adrian Barbie, I know he got a response to this, man.
All right.
Go ahead, Adrian. You got it, bro.
Yeah, I see what you're saying about the Rodman thing. Like I said, I said he was good defender. I probably have. He's probably top three. He's definitely top three, top four. But here's my whole thing on it.
Hmm.
Man, I wish Kawhi could have played in the '90s. I feel like imagine him being use his
Yeah,
physicality, his big hands.
I agree with that.
Think about it. He's locking people up now where you can't really be physical.
Hmm.
Imagine Kawhi in the '90s and '80s playing
Right.
with them big hands, be able to be more physical and stuff. Man,
Hmm.
yep. That's
Patrick
why.
Beverly.
Yeah. But cause think about it,
Patrick
you got to think
Beverly.
Kawhi. He's dealing up people without when you can't really hand check or not necessarily hand check, but just be as physical as you could back then.
Hold on 1 second. Let me read this right here. Hey, Don Lovato, you said, how can Robin say that about LeBron? Pippen couldn't take the Bulls uh, to the finals without Jordan. Pippen couldn't take the Trailblazers to the final either. Yeah, that's a good point. Man, I really disagree with Rodman on this. And look, I don't have LeBron in a lot of people, they trip out. I like LeBron. You know what I'm saying? I like him as a player. Some of the stuff that he does, you know what I'm saying, I don't particularly agree with, but I don't have LeBron in like a top 10 or top 15 or any of that. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. But is he
Yeah.
a phenomenal player, and was he better than Pippen? Absolutely. And surprisingly, a lot of people gonna trip out when I say that he was a better leader
Hey, let me
than
ask you
than
this,
than, than
Polo.
Scottie Pippen.
Let
Yeah,
me ask
well,
you
go ahead,
this:
man. You got it, bro.
is it because I know some people they might not, even though I think LeBron top five, but is it because he's still playing? You want to wait till his career over so you can judge it off then? Like you don't want to give him that boost yet because he's still playing and you don't know if he might could get to another finals and win or lose. So is that one of them? Because I know a lot of people say they the reason why they might not have LeBron in their top 10 yet
Hmm.
because because he's still playing, and you still gotta give that respect to the other players who played.
Well, I mean, in terms of longevity, we have to moving up. Now he's moving up. That's a good question you asked. Damn good question, Adrian. Man, it has something to do with that a little bit. I think that what is going to really solidify it though, if he, because he come on right now, he's chasing after that scoring record. You know what I'm saying? Him reaching the accolades that he has, and then on top of that, there was some. See, my small forward that I did have above him in terms of skill set was Larry Bird, because Larry Bird. The only reason I give the edge to Larry Bird, guys like Larry Bird, uh, and even Dr. J in his heyday, and when it came to the ABA, the only reason I gave it to Larry Bird, man, is because he could seal the deal towards the end of the game, and he was a far better shooter. I'm talking about throughout his career, and then on top of that, they were supremely gifted both in terms of their court vision. If you go back and look at Larry Bird, man, he will find you, and a lot of people don't give Larry Bird this, but he could handle the ball too, and do things that a guard could too. So that's why I'm not quite ready to give LeBron that tipping point. Now, if you want to talk about the rings and the MVPs and the Finals MVPs and accolades, things of that nature, well, yeah, you do have a point there in terms of accomplishment. But I'm talking about just physically being able to carry your team and be able to put it on your shoulder when it really matters without the fuss and bust. And also, we got to look at the sportsmanship side of things too. What LeBron did walking out on his team, uh, I don't condone that. I understand you're frustrated and everything like that, but that's not a good look, man. I got on Kawhi about not sitting with his team, when he was injured. You know what I'm saying? I don't just hold each player to different standard. I hold everybody to the same standard. So it's a lot of things on and off the court, Adrian, man, that I look at, but I'm not going to sit up here and say, even though LeBron doesn't have the most moves in the world and everything, Adrian, I'll never call LeBron trash or boo boo or garbage or anything like that, or just because I don't have him up in the top five, or
Oh no.
far up in the top 10. I don't never do that. You have to be fair. He did carry a franchise, and what he did in the finals against Golden State, it you have to realize that it was phenomenal. It was, and people have to look at that. But I don't sit up here, man. I'm not a hypocrite kind of guy, Adrian, man.
Yeah, man. But yeah, but it's all opinion based. Like I'm not. I ain't gonna go. I like LeBron. I don't like some of the things he do. 'Cause I
Hmm.
feel like, but I ain't gonna get mad. I'm not gonna say, "Oh, you a clown" or "You don't know basketball," or nothing like it. Because if you don't have him in your top 20 or nothing like that. Like I
Yeah.
said, I'm still like I got him. He's in my top 5, but
Hmm.
I'm starting to piggyback towards like number 7 because he's not retired yet. I want to wait till you retire to give him
Hmm.
that full credit because people say he had a bad season last year, but he still averaged 25 points in year 19. That's what it's gonna have. That's gonna be one of the biggest arguments about him because they're gonna be like, look at him in these year 19, 18, still averaging 20 plus points, stuff like that. That's gonna be one of the probably biggest reasons why some people you're gonna have to put him in his top 10 at least. I feel
Well,
like, well,
well, this is
most people, like not everybody, but some people.
Yeah, well, you see, listen, Adrian, like I constantly tell people, like they might think I'm crazy for this. There's a couple people, you know what I'm saying, around the LDBC probably that think that I'm crazy about this, but I everybody does a top 10 and a top 20 and a top 25. Adrian, if you listen to my channel and you go back and you go listen, man, I have a top 12 to 15. I have an actual roster that I'm gonna put together, and I'm gonna put it together like a GM. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have a starting guard. I'm gonna have a starting center. I'm gonna have a starting, point guard. I'm gonna have a starting forward, and I'm gonna have an actual starting five, and then I'm gonna have the backups, and then I'm gonna have my reserves. You know what I'm saying? And I think that that's what you should do because like why am I gonna get top 20, top 25, top 50 or anything like that when I want to choose the guys who I feel that give us the best chance to win. And that's the way that I look at it. You know what I'm saying? I have three selected guys, two to three selected guys in that particular position and whatnot.
But
And that's how I
this
look at it.
how I would do it. I would start five
Hmm.
for all time. I would have Bron at the point, Kobe and Mike at the 2 and the 3, probably
Hmm.
Tim Duncan at the 4, and who knows? Yeah, probably Shaq at the 5. Either Shaq or Hakeem. That's how I do my. Because I like to, that I feel like that'd be a dangerous lineup.
Yeah, and no, that's a great and see you already got one of my well two you got two of my five starting five in there, because I think Hitman already knows this, Jacob already knows this, and Steven and JMJ already know this, but my start, and I think Don Lovato knows this too. My starting five is at the power forward position I got Dennis Rodman. At the center position, I got Hakeem Olajuwon. And then when it comes to the three position, I got Larry. And then at the shooting, I got Michael. And then at the starting guard, I got Isaiah. And everybody's like, well, why? But I explained why a long time ago. Everybody's like, well, oh man, you don't got Tim Duncan or you don't got KG, even though I love KG. That was my guy. But KG, KG to me, his impact wasn't as great as Dennis Rodman, and especially on the defensive
Hey,
end.
hey, Paul, let me ask you this: what do you feel like Anthony
Hmm.
Davis got to do to get up there in that top conversation as one of the best power forwards? Because look,
Oh man, you had to ask about AD while this motherfucker Goat Mike done came up in here.
hey,
He's a Lakers fan.
tell me am I wrong? Tell me I'm wrong. I think his career is kind of going to similar. Right, I'm not comparing them, but it's
Go
to
ahead,
Kobe.
no, spit it out. I already know where you're going with this,
Well,
Adrian.
to
Go
Kobe
ahead.
in a way, because we knew Kobe was great when he won those three championships, but when he won those
Hmm.
but when he won those two more and went to those three straight finals, that
Hmm.
solidified him probably top 5, top 10. But I feel like Anthony Davis, he's kind of having a similar pattern. Yes, he won with LeBron, but what if he? I feel like if he can win one without LeBron, that will boost him tremendously. That's how I feel like Anthony
Uh,
Davis can go,
what
kind of
what
similar to how
AD?
Kobe did.
Okay, and Mike, I disagree with you on that, man. AD don't need to get traded. He needs to get healthy. That's the
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Listen, man.
Let me say something about that, man. Anthony Davis, he was hurt from the beginning of the season. He was hurt. He was hurt in the bubble. Like Anthony
Hmm.
Davis, like people want him to bulk up, but that's not his body type. Like he can't. Like he's gonna get hurt if he try to bulk up like a Giannis. That's not how he. That's not how his body. He was a point guard in high school. Like that's not his body type. Anthony Davis, he do need to keep himself in shape and all that stuff, but he's not. He don't need to get traded. They have better chance of winning LeBron and AD than LeBron and Dame.
Oh, okay. Man, Hitman. Okay, that's your starting five, Hitman. Okay, you said AD needs to step up and be a leader. He needs to stay healthy, win some more chips. I mean, that. Listen, as far as him stepping up and being a leader, I felt like he did that the previous year when he was in the bubble, and then when he was in New Orleans, he was a leader. You know what I'm saying? It's just that he was always injury prone. Now, touching on Adrian Barbie's point, he brought up a man. You opened up a can of worms. That's why I like you coming on here. Listen, he was hurt. Adrian Barbie. If you go look at my motherfucking videos from previous, what did I say? I told Hitman this too. I told and Goat Mike, I said to sit your ass down. Even I didn't want him playing at all. Listen. He wasn't 100% coming into the season, and he shot under 50%. That's the first time he's ever done that. He was shooting 40, 48, 49%. That's not AD. AD's somewhere around the 56, 53, between 53 and 56 percent from field goals. So it was his first time that he ever fell below that. Then on top of that, you playing hurt, you got the Achilles issue and a leg issue and stuff like that. Man, just sit down. And then you on top of that, you want to get out there and try to prove something to Shaq and Snoop and all these motherfuckers that never stepped on the goddamn floor. Man, you up in there, man, and you might have did something even worse. So yes, AD just needs to get healthy. Listen, I'm gonna say this like this, and me and Goat Mike, we already debated this once before. I said, man, look, it, when AD is healthy, there's nobody within below that 15 feet that can guard AD. And
Yeah.
on top of that, he's mobile too, but he just was not mobile this year.
Oh yeah, you should have. I seen it in preseason because I'm like when I seen Anthony Davis getting dunked on, I'm like that's not AD. He usually sending it to the third row. But the thing with AD is I feel like last year I knew the Lakers weren't gonna win because how they were playing this year. Like you remember last year they'd come straight down, dump it the ball straight to AD like 5-6 times, and he'd get his rhythm in. And then then after that he'd turn into a defensive monster. But this year I noticed they weren't playing through AD this year. And I guess they had to do something with Schroeder. I don't know what really happened behind the scenes. I know they ain't really. I don't think they really mess with him on the court like that. But I knew the Lakers weren't gonna win when I seen that. When I seen Anthony Davis getting dunked on and all that stuff.
Well, see, Schroeder already was he was already a toxic person coming in. Goat Mike knows this because that's his squad. Everybody else knows that. Schroeder, man, I had high praise for Schroeder coming in, but he completely messed up the whole chemistry. I think now he played okay in the beginning of the season, but then once AD came back. My bad, yo. Once AD came back, they couldn't get on the same page. They couldn't get on the same page, and
Yeah,
uh,
this was
and,
gonna
and it
fall
was
off the
Schroeder
spot.
wanting to have tunnel vision, wanting to shoot the ball all the time. And as a point guard, LeBron needs to play with a guy that can actually. He needs to play with shooters and guys that's going to move the ball around. He don't need to play with somebody that just looking for their shot and ISO and all that other stuff. That's the type of player that LeBron needs.
Well, I do feel like if they could get Dame, that could work. I feel like that would be lethal because you remember he played with Kyrie and that worked. But I don't know, man. We, I just had a feeling the Lakers weren't gonna win before the season started. Like they should have, and it's really Marcus Gasol. He did start. He was the starter all day because if he wouldn't have been playing so bad, they wouldn't have never got Drummond, and they would have messed Trez's mind up. That was their biggest problem.
Yeah, what's going on, fellas? What's going on, fellas? Uh, Polo, Go Mike, and Barbie. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, fellas? You know what I'm saying?
Well, go ahead. What you got on it, JMJ? Let's hear this. And hold on, let me say this, Mike. Why you always saying somebody capping? Just because listen, man. Ain't nobody capping about this. We already done talked about AD before. Listen. I said that ain't no nigga alive, not even including Aiden, in his young tenure, could guard a healthy 100% AD. I've already said that. AD don't need to get traded, but you need to get somebody up under him that's going to be of value because you don't know what the future lies for him. He's playing. I'm gonna let you go, JMJ, but let me say this. He's got okay. AD is what 30 now, 31 or something like that. How old is AD? 29, something
Yeah, he
like that.
like 20. He like 28, 29. He ain't even
Yeah,
hit 30 yet.
yeah. He 28, 29, right, Mike? but his body is like a 38, 39 years old with all the motherfucking injuries he got. Every time you turn around, the motherfucker injured. You know what I'm saying? He like a Tony Romo and shit. Every time the motherfucker go down, you gotta brace your motherfucking self.
And
Go
that's
ahead,
why I don't get like.
JMJ.
All right,
Oh, my bad. Go ahead. What'd you say, Adrian?
nah, he can go. He can go.
Okay,
Yeah,
go
man.
ahead, JMJ.
Yeah, when I look at Pippen and what Rodman said to LeBron, it is what it is with 6 championships. You know what I'm saying? I know you have help, a big help. You know what I'm saying, with Pippen, with Jordan. You know what I'm saying, but LeBron, I know he had some help too, but had to make a super team and all that. But Pippen Pippen made it with Scott Williams. Pippen and Jordan made it with Scott Williams, Horace Grant, B.J. Armstrong, John Paxson. You know what I'm saying? Craig Hodges, Bill Cartwright. You know what I'm saying? So Pippen, yeah, Robin saying that, but it won't no problem with Rodman though. We had the WWE type of NFL type of NBA. We had Lane Beer, Rick Mahorn. When it came to the offense was Mark Aguirre. You know what I'm saying? With Mark Aguirre. You know what I'm saying? James Edwards. Bill. I could say some more things. Say some more people. But Robin, it don't hurt to have no help with John Sally and the rest of them. Isaiah, Joe Dumars. Excuse me. But that was a comparison to Pippen. You say is he getting locked down defender? Yeah, yeah, yeah. You had to put Magic on, well, put Pippen on Magic. But other than that, man, Pippen, he was a great defender though too. With all the role players that they used to play back in the day. You know what I'm saying? But LeBron, he could be a good defender too. But you had to do you had Boo Boo Gibson, Ilgauskas, you know what I'm saying, and all that other stuff, man. But you can't what's it called? You know what I'm saying? You can compare that to that with the old school to the new school now. So I'm just saying this, man. It's I know Rodman has a tenacity of defense, you know what I'm saying? Get about 14, 15, 16 rebounds a game, man. You know. So and there's two sides to every story. So y'all had y'all thing in Detroit, Dennis Rodman, and Pippen had his thing with his team in Chicago with Jordan and LeBron James with his joint with Miami and Cleveland. So other than that, man, it could be an argument for that though. It could be an argument for that. Some people don't like him. Some people don't ain't gonna like arguments. Some people do like arguments. You know what I'm saying? So I'm telling you this, there, brothers Polo. You know what I'm saying? I'm let y'all go. You know what I'm saying? I'm go to that next video you did, and hit the remainder and the live and the like button. But it's a great argument with you and Barber and Goat Mike and all that Polo. But other than that, man,
No,
salute to
no,
y'all.
no, 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 no. I ain't gonna let you off the hook like that. Don't you do that.
All right, all right, all right.
Hey, JMJ, you my nigga, man. You my nigga, man. But hey, look here. I'm not putting Pippen over Bron.
No,
I'm not.
no,
I'm
no,
not
no.
doing
You
that.
don't, you
Now,
don't
now, you
have
got a
to.
good point. You got a good point though, JMJ. Ain't no nigga lot. like he ain't no nigga alive gonna say that uh, LeBron plays better defense than Pippen. Pippen was a force defensively. I absolutely love the way. That's one of the things that I actually like about Scottie Pippen was his defense because he could clamp down, just like Rodman could play 1 through 5. Pippen could play 1 through 5. I say about 1 through 4 to 5 to a degree because he played power forwards too when he was playing when he played against the Knicks. But overall, um, athletic wise and being able to do more on the floor, his impact, and like I said, another thing, JMJ, you might disagree with me too. LeBron was he was a better leader. Now, did he show some qualities of poor leadership? Yeah, he did in his career, and one just happened recently, like him walking into the locker room. With his team still on the bench and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't go for shit like that. But I
Yeah,
mean, that's the reason why I got LeBron ahead of it. It's not by a whole lot or anything because Pippen do got the ring. But as far as playmaking and doing all this other stuff, you know what I'm saying? They were similar in that regard. But just impact and leadership, I got LeBron.
well, yeah. You got LeBron on that, but when it comes to about what I know, you should compare to Pippen. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Will he make a
Pippen,
game winner
Pippen, Pippen.
sometimes? I understand that though. When he make a game winner, like LeBron make a game winner, yes. But Scottie Pippen, you know what I'm saying? But Scottie Pippen would have made him a game winner if he could play to Phil Jackson though too. And that's the
Nah,
thing of the
nah, nah, nah. Well, then how come they didn't go to him all the time, JMJ? They drew up the same play for Tony Kukoc all the
this what
time,
I'm
and
saying.
he wasn't no clutch shot maker like that. they went
Yeah,
to they went to hey JMJ and Adrian and everybody. They went to Scotty. I mean, they went to John Paxson.
cool coach.
They went to Kukoc. They
John
went to
So
Steve
Tony
Kerr.
Kukoc.
They went
Yeah,
to
I know.
Jordan.
Yeah, I
They
understand
ain't
that.
going to no Scotty Pippen. They might put him on a defensive assignment towards the end of the
Yeah,
game to lock down.
yeah. Probably Pippen the type to make a clutch defensive play though too though. You feel what I'm saying? Like he did in the 97 finals. You know what I'm saying? He probably be the contributor of stealing the ball, you know what I'm saying? You know, it was Kerr or what's all, but he probably make a defensive clutch play. You know what I'm saying? You feel what I'm saying? Polo, he'll make a defensive clutch play. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
Make
that's
yeah,
that that that's facts right there. And JMJ, see, I know you probably look at defensive win shares just like I do, and so do you, Adrian Barbie. I really pay attention to defensive win shares because I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't really pay attention to defensive win shares until my boy Elder Ruffins. Shout out to Elder Ruffins. He put everybody on game about defensive win shares, and he was telling everybody, look at the defensive win share. That I started to pay attention to it more about what he was saying, and like Pippen would have been high. Pippen's defensive win shares would have been high, and Dennis Rodman. So yeah, you right on that, JMJ, when you talk about a defensive clutch play. That's just as important as an offensive play.
yeah, that's right, man. True. You know what I'm saying? You got your Jordans and your Currs and your Paxons, but you just gonna make that defensive clutch play. That's what I'm saying
Right.
about that. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to make it pissed me off when he didn't get that clutch shot because it was bitch about with Phil Jackson. You know what I'm saying? Tony Kukoc had to make that play. But when it comes to that defensive clutch shot, give it to somebody. You give it and put Pippen on somebody. You know what I'm saying? And try to make that the last 5 seconds on that last 5 seconds on that clutch. You know what I'm saying? That's what Pippen did. You know what I'm saying? That's what I like about Pippen, man. Make the defensive shares. You know what I'm saying? That's what Rodman did. He probably did that. He probably did that. But you know. That's what Dennis Rodman did. Did LeBron James do that? He probably made a few plays. You know what I'm saying? But that was been a minute ago. But when it comes to 5 seconds, 4, 3, 2, 1, is LeBron gonna make that clutch play on the defensive end? Defensive end. You know what I'm saying? Is LeBron gonna make that clutch play in the defensive end? So ain't gonna be all with LeBron and Pippen and all that. Rodman said that. Some people had their defensive moments, but when it comes to 5 seconds, 4, 3, 2, 1,
Right.
yeah.
I mean, what? Okay, so like, okay, Hitman X, man, he brought up a good point. He brought up a guy who I like from the Lakers, like Michael Cooper. Like, I don't understand like why guys like Michael Cooper, like even like last night when you look at PJ Tucker. Yeah, listen, I mean I'm gonna talk about Giannis a little bit later, but PJ Tucker played tremendous defense besides that dunk by Cameron Johnson, but he was trying to draw the charge anyway. But I just think like guys like that should get so much more credit that they deserve rather than just looking at these guys as okay, well he only had like 2, 3 points or something like that. They're not looking at the diving on the floor. They're not looking at it disrupting the team of opposing players. Talk to me a little bit about that, man. Who in your eye right now do y'all have as an elite defensive player?
Uh, I have to say, man, it's tough.
Go
It
ahead,
ain't
go,
tough.
go ahead.
I like okay. I won't say Kawhi because when he actually does play defense, he can still it's locked down basically any player in the league. And even though I don't really like Draymond, I kind of have to throw him up there a little bit. But as far as Ben Simmons, but I don't know. It's for me only guy that I actually seen in this era is just took a player out of this game is Kawhi. That's the only player that I can really say just for a whole series took a player out of the series, and that's was LeBron. Well, and Iguodala, he's a good defender too. You can't forget about him.
So do you think that they're the same defenders
So
that they
Kawhi,
were like? Yeah, I'm talking about Kawhi and Iguodala. Shoot, even Trevor Ariza. A lot of people, and and Trevor Ariza is still playing.
yeah, but he ain't. He never. I haven't really seen him like take a player out of a game to where they couldn't do nothing at all.
Who?
Trevor Ariza.
Yeah, yeah.
Who? No.
He took a lot of players out of the game. Yeah, well, remember, Trevor Ariza was a part of two championships, the Lakers championship.
Yeah, but he didn't like really. Yeah, but he haven't really locked. I'm talking about for like a whole game, lock somebody down. Like
Yeah.
I'm talking about for like.
You better go back and look at them Sun series.
I mean, like he did. I'm talking about like Kawhi and Andre Iguodala. But like they took players out of the series. They held them to like 30% shoot. That's what I mean.
Well, okay. Well, let me ask you this then, because you sound like a Lakers fan, Adrian. Okay, who was the better? I think you a Lakers fan. I know JMJ is a Bulls fan, right? JMJ, you a Bulls.
I'm a fan of everybody. You can ask me almost about every team I know at least something about.
Okay, all right. Look, I'm gonna ask you this then. If you had to choose as far as defense, who would you take? Would you take Trevor Ariza or would you take Ron Artest?
I gotta go with
Meta.
You talking about when they were playing with the Lakers or just in general?
I mean, just in general.
Well, I gotta take Ron Artest because he can get more physical with you. Like Trevor Ariza, he's a good defender, but I have seen the times with bigger forwards, they can put him in a post and kind of score him that way, metal or piece. Not only can he can guard you on the perimeter, but he can get in the post and guard you. So that's why I got to take him over this. Oh, but it's not by a long shot, slightly. Because I feel like he's
Oh,
a little bit
okay.
more versatile
I,
than Trevor Ariza as far as guarding on a wings and guarding in the paint a little bit.
Because you got to realize though, Adrian, man, see, a lot of people don't give uh, Trevor Ariza his credit, man. He was great offensively too. You know what I'm saying? Like he could hit threes. He'll dunk on your ass. And then on top of that, he was defending. He was great in transition too. Ron Artest, I think, like to me, I'm taking Ron Artest because of his defense, just primarily. Now he can psychologically mess with the opponent's head too. I think that's where I'm gonna give Ron Artest
He
the edge. But
Ron Artest, he like Carmelo Anthony down in Denver.
you
Carmelo was in
yeah
Denver.
yeah 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 yeah. Ron Ron Artest, man, he was a beast. Now he did some. I don't agree with him what he did with the James Harden, man. How he just elbowed him right there in the temple and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That right there, man. He shouldn't have did all that. You know what I'm saying? That's just crazy right there. But man, like man, Adrian, man, I'm taking Metal World Peace, especially when he
Yeah,
played
me too.
with Indiana. You know.
Oh yeah, and people don't realize Melo Ortiz, he wasn't just a defensive player. He had seasons where he was averaging like
Yeah.
17, 18 points a game.
Right. Now, y'all not gonna believe me. Y'all, I know. I told like a couple people this, but hey, they came in a tournament. It was him, Elton Brand. It was him, Elton Brand. I forget who it was, but the main players were. It was him, Elton Brand, that was on the team. They was on the AAU team together, and they played. They came out here to Texas in a tournament, and I mean they were just dominating it. And Ron Artest, man, he could actually hoop like offensive wise. So hey, that's a good point that you brought up, Adrian Barbie. Man, a lot of people don't know that. Like back in Indiana, and when he was with the Kings and all that, man, he could actually play offense.
Yeah. Let me ask you this,
What'd you
Polo.
say, JMJ? Oh yeah, yeah. Go ahead, go ahead, Adrian. You got it, bro. Go ahead, man.
Who you think would you take Ben Wallace over Dennis Rodman, or you take Rodman?
Uh, Ben Wallace over Dennis Rodman.
Cause when I look at it, cause like Ben Wallace, he actually shut Shaq down. Yeah, Robin, he was more of like touching Robin parts and all that weirdo stuff. Like it's not that he's necessarily
Yeah, that's
his play guard
yeah.
lock him down. It's more of him doing weird stuff and Shaq get to throw Shaq off the game. I seen Ben Wallace actually lock Shaq down. You know, even though
Right.
Shaq did still shoot like 60%, but for the most part, he's that's
Yeah.
one of the
You know what, man? I'm taking Dennis Rodman, but it's very, very hard for this simple fact too. Nobody knows this, but uh, what's it called? Uh, Ben Wallace is, I think, the only player ever to win defensive player, defensive player of the year three times in his career. You know,
well,
and
yeah.
I think what Dwight
I think
Howard
he
won
won
it.
it three. He won it 3 or 2 times.
Yeah, yeah, I think it was like 2 or 3 times.
And Rudy Gobert won it 3 times. I don't know how, but damn.
Rudy Gobert, but nah. Rudy Gobert done got exposed. Him and
Yeah.
motherfucking up until last night, Brooke Lopez, he kind of won me back a little bit, but man, you remember Brooke Lopez, he got exposed out on that island or whatever. But yeah, Rudy Gobert got exposed or whatever. So I gotta skim off of Rudy
Hey,
Gobert there
Polo,
for a minute.
where you got? What about Bill Russell? Because I kind of think he was a tad bit overrated. But I'm not gonna take away from his greatness because you can't control the era you played in and what you played against. But I do kind of think he was a kind of bit overrated.
Right.
And it showed when he
Nah.
played against. And it showed when he
Well,
played against Wilt. Every time he played against Wilt, he always got dominated. But every time he played against
Nah,
us,
nah. Well, Wilt
for the
was,
most part.
but, Wilt was a scorer, and Bill Russell was more of a, he's more of a team, more of a team player. And plus, Bill Russell had, he had a much better team or whatever. So, but I'm talking about like as far as him defending and everything like that. Yeah, you're right. Wilt did give him the business or whatever, but Bill Russell, you can't deny the fact that his impact in terms of defensively and everything. He did a tremendous job, and like like everybody, they can't help what era they played in,
Yeah, yeah, that's what I said.
and
I'm not
they
gonna take
didn't
away
have
from
that
his
many they
greatness.
didn't have that many teams. You know what I'm
Yeah, I'm
saying?
not gonna take. I'll never take away from his greatness. But
And plus, like, hey, Adrian Barbie, I don't know if you got older kinfolks, what I'm saying, that really watch the game like that and everything, but a lot of people, they talk about like the '80s and the '90s being physical and stuff like that, but man, a lot of people don't know that the '60s and the '70s were physical too, man. A lot of people don't understand that though. But we us being like younger, we'll sit up there and we'll say, oh no, that era was weak or whatever. But you won't know unless you actually played in that era, because you got to think about it. They were hand checking. They were able to grab you. They were able to hold you. They was able to do all types of physicality to you. Am I right, JMJ? JMJ, you still there, man?
Yeah, yeah, I'm
Oh,
still
okay.
here, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
I thought you fell off, man. What you think about that, man?
nah,
Because I hate when they be like, oh yeah, the '60s was weak or the '50s were weak and stuff like that. I'm like, man, they didn't even have no 3-point line back there.
yeah, that's right. You know what I'm saying? If it weren't for the 50s and 60s about that, well, you know what I'm saying? When did they make the 3-point line? About 82, 83, somewhere there? You know, when you had the 3-point line, you know what I'm saying? About 84, 85, somewhere there, you know. And that's the point, you know what I'm saying? People, when they see that 3-point line, their eyes light up too. You know what I'm saying? But you got to play that jumper's defense too. You got to play that jumper's defense where you block a shot or make a miss a shot. You know what I'm saying? You know that jumper's defense. You know you got people like that. Got people like that. You know what I'm saying?
hey,
And
Polo.
It came in the like '79, '80.
Hey,
That's when
Polo.
yeah,
yeah. What's
Hey,
up?
Polo. I got a video real quick, man, because I feel like a lot of people ain't talking about. Not to change subject, but a lot of people ain't talking about this. If Giannis win this chip, hey, he gonna have a better resume than got Kawhi. Because you think about it, he got defensive player and MVP. If he win this chip, he might have it. And I think he's been to more All Star teams than Kawhi. And he
Oh,
scores
yeah.
more
You
oh,
points
got
for
about three
career.
more to
It's a
go.
conversation he might have. He might have. If he win his chip, he might have a better resume than Kawhi. People ain't talking about
But
that.
I tell
And
you
KD
that.
too. KD too. He'll have a better resume than KD too.
hey, Don
Well,
Lovato. Hey, oh, hold on, Don Lovato. No, he didn't win 7 defensive titles, man. Nah, he didn't. Nah, nobody won that many defensive player of the year awards, man.
yeah, that's a wishful thinking right there. You know, he might have did Polo, but you got to research that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna tell you this, there, fellas. You know, they say he gonna win with a few core players. What one of y'all fellas say? I'm telling you this though, bro. If Giannis wins this, I'm gonna be proud of him. But at the same time, he could be Finals MVP. He could show it off to that restaurant. And Ticket TV made a video about that. He could show off to that restaurant. You ain't served him for 5 or 10 minutes. You know what I'm saying? But you got 3 more to go. You know, Ticket TV made a video about that restaurant. They ain't serving 5 or 10 minutes here, and he left. And I'm telling you this. If I hope I wish both teams very well. I wish it was a draw, but one of them teams had to win in Game 7. or whatever it goes, and that's why I want to see um um Milwaukee come back and then Phoenix Suns do their thing, you know what I'm saying? So it's a very close. It's a very close, man. I want to see everybody go to a game 7 so you can see where the chips and marbles at, or where the gambling
Uh,
money at.
okay. Hey, my bad, James. I mean, cut you off. Let me answer this question real quick. I'll let you continue. Hey, listen. No. Hey, you got it mixed up. You got it mixed up, Don Lovato, my brother. Uh, Dennis Rodman was on the all defensive team, first team 7 times. He only won two defensive player of the year. He didn't, but you say he won two 7 defensive player of the year awards. I'm like, nah. There's only been I think it was just Ben Wallace and Dwight Howard that won it 3 times or whatnot. JMJ, go ahead and continue. And then Sterling Young, we got Sterling Young in a minute. I got to catch him real quick, just like Adrian Barbie, because man, they be once in there, they be go. So go ahead and go, JMJ.
Yeah, but I'm gonna tell you this, man. Robin, man, you made a good point. I know you had to research it and all that, but Robin was a very good defensive player
Oh,
of the
I knew
year.
that. I
Yeah,
knew that.
yeah.
I'll let you talk. I knew that. Go ahead though.
But Dennis Rodman, I know one time he boxed out Shaq in San Antonio, and I was like, "Whoa, cowboy, what you can do that?" But I'm proud of Dennis Rodman. It's time for LeBron to go get a Defensive Player of the Year. And Pippen, he probably didn't win it, but he was. You probably all three of them right there was all defensive team. You know what I'm saying? So Kawhi Leonard. You know what I'm saying? Some people say, like you said, with Giannis when his NBA
Yeah.
championship.
Hey, Don. Yes, but yes, that's rebounding titles, brother. Rebounding, not defensive.
Yeah,
Rebounding,
yeah.
rebounding. Okay, that's not defensive. It's not the same thing. It has to do with defense. I know defensive rebounds win championships, but it's still not. It's not the same title. Go ahead, James J.
Yeah, you're right about that, Polo, about the defensive rebounds and all that stuff, man. You still got to collect them rebounds, you know what I'm saying? Offensive rebounds and defensive rebounds. But defensive rebounds, you can avoid that. You could tip your rebound off of that, you know what I'm saying? They'd probably be about add more rebounds, you know what I'm saying? With Rodman, with Pippen or LeBron, you know what I'm saying? Or Anthony Davis or Dwight Howard or anybody that was in the NBA for the last 40, 50 years. You know what I'm saying? 60 years, 70 years, 80 years, 90 years, 100 years. You got to collect the rebounds so you can have the offense set. Offense set. You got Wes Unseld up here, collecting defensive rebounds, but he know how to do the outlet. The best outlet player in NBA history with Wes Unseld. You know what I'm
Young,
saying?
man. What? Yeah, man. Hey, that's a good point, man. Sterling Young, man. I know you've been itching to say something about this, man. What you got on? What you got on this, man?
Uh, to me, I'm not surprised about it because he always been lifting Scotty, but this one, oof. I mean, for a person like Dennis Rodman, he's very serious. A guy that's very serious. You know, parties, then plays the game and get like 20 rebounds, and for him saying that, no, oof, man, just What can I say? That's the man's opinion. That's how he feels. That's how he feels about the man. You know?
Yeah, cause you big. Yeah, cause you been with him, man. Cause you been with him.
I can't
With
say
them
nothing
three
about that because
championships.
he been with, he knows Scott. He played against Scott. He played with Scott. So
Yeah, yeah. So he probably had to motivate him to go play defense. You know what I'm saying? Just like Rodman with them tip rebounds and dunks, man. Probably have a block or two or steal or two. So I think that's how Rodman feels because he played with him. You know what I'm saying? Because he played with him and against him. That's like you said, Sterling. So, so other than that, man, Rodman got good points. He might have bad points, but someone gonna argue off of that. It's gonna be more debates and all that other stuff, man. Don't argue over a doggone um you going to bat for LeBron James just to go to jail or some shit like that, bro. And that's a joint. I be thinking about. I'm gonna shoot your ass and all that, and shoot you and all this and all that, just over LeBron, over Pippen, over Rodman, man. This is basketball. What you doing in real life? You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
What you doing in
I
yeah.
and I don't Sterling came JMJ, and Sterling knows this. I don't have LeBron up in my like top 15, top 20, or none of that other stuff. But I'm not gonna sit here up here and act like LeBron isn't a better player than Scotty. Now, are a lot of their games similar? Yeah, but listen. At the end of the day, are you gonna start a franchise with Scotty Pippen? No, you're not. I don't want to even
Nah.
hear. Well, I don't want to hear no contrary or none of that shit. You're gonna take LeBron.
Yeah. But LeBron, but you know what?
Am I right,
LeBron,
JMJ? Eshawn? Salute to you, True to King. Hey, y'all go subscribe to my boy True to King, True to King TV, man. Hey, he talking about the shit that me, JMJ, and Sterling Young talk about. Not just basketball, nigga. We talk about life. We talk about boxing. Nigga talk about football. That nigga talk about hip hop. That nigga talk about everything. Nigga, go subscribe to that motherfucking channel. True to King TV, man. Shout out to True to King.
but I'm gonna tell you this though. You know, I ain't to be off subject, but good God
Uh,
Almighty, what the world's juvenile doing and Manny Fresh doing?
Oh shit! Hey, Sterling Young, go ahead, cook on that, cause I'm gonna let y'all speak on that shit first, and then I'll go.
man, I'm not gonna talk about that. I'm gonna get straight to this Rodman, Scotty, and Brown. I'm not gonna talk about
Okay,
that.
okay. We can go back to that, but you know what though? You know something, man. Everybody, both of all three of them, they could be defensive player of the year and all defensive team. But shoot. You know what I'm saying? They could be all
Uh,
defensive all time. You know what I'm saying too?
look,
You know what I'm
look,
saying?
Hey, and Sterling Young might not even like this, but man, around where we from, nigga, you open up a can of worms, nigga, we gonna go ahead and we gonna try to grab each and every one of them worms before they go ahead and go. Look, you already done opened up this motherfucking can of worms, JMJ, so I'm glad you're talking about it. I think, man, that's the motherfucking agenda to try to go ahead and, especially targeting our people, to put that motherfucking poison up in our motherfucking arms and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Look,
Yeah.
I'm opposed to it. And now, if people take it, hey, that's on them or whatever. I have my own beliefs on it and everything. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna be real with you. Uh, Back in the days, I believe in home remedy. JMJ, you probably the same way like I am. I don't
Yeah.
know if S Young is. Listen, when I got a cold or something like that, my mom wasn't reaching for no Tylenol or, you know what I'm saying, no cold medicine or nothing like that. She made a hot toddy.
Yeah.
Nigga, that's
Yeah.
you know about a hot toddy, James J. You know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
and that's
Yeah.
why that's kind of
Hot
why I
tea.
like Brandy and Irk and Jerk a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, nigga, I'm
Yeah,
not
you
reaching for
right
no
about that.
medicine.
You
I
right
don't
about
take no
that. You right
Tylenol.
about
I don't
that,
take
bro.
no Excedrin. I don't take no ibuprofen and none of that other bullshit. I don't take none of that shit. And look, hey, my grandmother didn't take it, and guess how long she lived to? She lived to 90 something years old. You know what I'm saying? I got
Yeah,
several family members that don't stick no medicine up in their motherfucking body, and they about to hit the century mark. Okay?
yeah,
So listen, these
yeah,
people that's up in there trying to target us and target our people, talk about we the only, what was it? Backs that thing up and all that other shit. But man, you better get the fuck up out of here with that shit. We know what the fuck you trying to do. Yes, young, I'll
The-
say it
and
for
the-
you.
Yeah, like
yeah.
I don't
Matter of
wanna, I
fact,
don't want
matter
to
of
talk
fact,
about this. Man.
man. Matter
Huh?
of fact, I didn't like the song anyway. Matter of fact, I didn't like the song anyway, but other people did. That was a club banger, but I didn't like the song. Shoot, back
I mean,
that
I
thing
like the
up.
song.
Man,
I
had no
like the
use,
song, but
bro.
they didn't have to take that and be like, as a message. That's all they doing, Young. Everywhere you go, JMJ and Young, what do you see? Oh, go ahead, backs up, raise your sleeves up, da 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 da, and all this other stuff. It's
Yeah,
everywhere. Everywhere you turn around, needle, 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 needle. No, what you need to do is soup, juice, rest. Make sure you get your motherfucking immune system up. Eat right. Get your rest and eat healthy and stop jacking all this motherfucking fast food and oil up in your motherfucking body and shit like that. That decreases your immune system. That raises your blood pressure. That raises your high cholesterol. That makes people have diabetes. Stay away from the sugar, the refined, processed foods, and all that other shit, and you'll be fine.
yeah, yeah.
But
So
no, we
tell you
gotta we gotta
something.
go right to the medicine. That's what they want to do. They want to program us, young.
Yep, yep. That's a very good programming type stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's a very programming type stuff. Also, so they can say we did this, we did this, we did that. They should have
And,
did this and did that and did that and did this. I said,
and guess
okay.
what? And guess what, JMJ? Guess what? Guess what, young? Guess what they not realizing too? It's side effects. Yeah, yeah, you be feeling good. You know what I'm saying? But man, 10, 15 years later, and I'm fucking around when I say this, I might have a rat tail growing out of me or something, or a head growing out of me. But nah, I'm fucking around. But nah, listen, you're gonna have side effects later on. You're gonna wonder why. Oh shit, why am I in this much pain? Or oh shit, why I got this pain in my organ or something like that? Because that shit is man-made. I like Young. He's my boy and everything, but do I trust a chemical that he gonna make? Hey, yeah, Marcus, go ahead, stick this in your arm. Hell no! I be like, you better get that shit away from me.
Yeah,
He a
yeah,
man just like me. He fuck up just like me.
hmm yeah. That's a true statement right there, Polo. You know what I'm saying?
But
You don't
people,
know what they gonna do with
but, but people, hey, this is how they corner us. This is how they corner us, JMJ and Young. This is how they corner
you. Yeah,
us. Yeah, if you don't take the vaccine, you're not going to be able to work. If you don't take the vaccine, you're not going to be able to get this benefit. If you don't take the vaccine, you're not going to be able to travel. You're not going to be able to do this, man. Well, shit. I guess I'm gonna be a non-traveling. I'll live on the streets or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Now, okay, look. When anybody would do anything for their kids and they'll sacrifice or whatever. That's a whole nother story. I'll cross that bridge when I come to it. That's gonna be a tough decision. But now, if I'm not forced to, I'm not gonna do it. And you're not gonna take no people and market it through hip hop just to make it sound good.
yeah. And you know what? That's the bad part about it. We had inspirational hip hop back
I'm
in the
sorry, y'all
day.
go
You
ahead,
know
man.
what I'm
I've
saying?
rambled enough. I'm sorry about that.
No, I'm telling y'all this inspirational hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, self destruction by the by the East Coast hip hoppers. You know, East Coast. What's it called? Y'all, Adrian or Sterling, y'all look that up. That has self destruction. the West Coast gang, we're all in the same game. West Coast All Stars, we're all in the same game. And you had others, man. You had Hill, human education against lies. You know what I'm saying? So if y'all can try to look that up, man. I know y'all tasted and all that, but you got to listen to some of the lyrics, man. You know what I'm saying? For human education, you probably have black education, like the poor righteous teachers. You know what I'm saying? You had others, X Clan and the rest of the peoples down there. You know what I'm saying? You know, they don't do that. Some people they try to do that, like Rhapsody and a few others. But we had an inspiration to rap. They didn't want to do that. They try to tell us Black to the Future. You know what I'm saying? By Def Jeff. You know what I'm saying? They had others. So I hope these young people learn. You know what I'm saying? You could do all that. You make an inspirational rap. You know what I'm saying? To others too. In the rap game, it was the inspirational game. You know what I'm saying? You know, you know, like LeBron or Chris Paul or others, man, trying to tell you stay off the drugs or not them kind of drugs. You know what I'm saying? The main drugs, not the weed or nothing like that, but the weed is gonna get cataracts and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? And, and this is the part I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? That you know, we have home remedies too. And get you off of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Home remedies back in the day. You know what I'm saying? If you didn't take it, or if you did take it, you still have to. Sometimes you have to, but most of the time, but I say all the time, you have to stay healthy or be physical with your stuff. You know what I'm saying? I ain't say physical therapy. I'm talking about physical activity. You know what I'm saying? I used to be in the military. Then I must have been dead wrong. You know what I'm saying? But you got to learn from where you stand at in the military or in the or for your mama or your grandma back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Or your daddy and all that stuff, man. So they try to put the organic stuff out here now. But shoot, that's what I gotta say, fellas. You know what I'm saying? What's your take, Sterling or Adrian, Barbie?
About
Yeah, I'm here.
I said, what about
Yeah. What's your take on that? You know what I'm saying? You got to check yourself in the hospital, even though you got to pay about $1,000. You better pay that $1,000. You know, you know. You got to check out your what's it called too. See if you're healthy enough. You got people that's out here about 100 years old. And some people say they stay healthy. You know what I'm saying? That's 100 years old, but they say I live off of Dr. Pepper and all that other stuff, sodas and all that other stuff, man. I've been seeing that, man. Shoot, you got other people too that live to be about 100. You know what I'm saying? No, what y'all take on this?
there ain't anything about no hospital bill. Just I just, everything I know is I just go to the hospital and then go see the doctor and that's it.
Yeah, yeah, that's understandable, bro. You don't want to go see no doctor, you don't have to go see one. You know what I'm saying? I know what's in my body. You know what I'm saying? So, well, other than that, fellas, let me go walk this dog so I can go feed them. I can go feed myself. All right, fellas.
All right.
And, and salute to Polo, man. Go subscribe to Sterling Young and Adrian or Barber or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So salute to y'all, fellas, and doggone. Have a blessed day or a good day. Don't have a bad day. I want to see y'all have a bad day. All right.
All right.
All right, fellas. Salute to you, Polo.
Yell out. Hey, you still there,
Yeah.
young?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey. Yeah. So you didn't really have nothing to say about it, though, huh? I
Like,
fell out for a little
I
bit.
can't argue with that. That's the man. That's what I can't argue with. That's the man's opinion. That's how he feels because he played with Scotty, played against Scotty. So
Oh no,
yeah,
I was talking. You know what I was talking about.
that I ain't gonna talk about
You gonna leave that alone, huh?
that.
Young said he ain't messing with that, man. But you know, man, look, because I got people that you know, I have you know, fam some family members that you know they went ahead and they took the back or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And I don't never when if they took it, hey, that's on them. You know what I'm saying? I don't say nothing, but this is the people that I have a problem with. They'll take it, right? Oh, go ahead. You got it. You got it, young.
What we said?
No, no. I was saying like, okay, they'll take it and they'll they'll like be like, well, yeah, they'll be like, yeah, I just took the back. You gonna take yours? Uh, wait a minute. Why? It ain't no competition. And first off, I'm not in no rush to do something like that. And second off, I'm not going to take it just because okay, you take it and it's like oh yeah, I got to jump on a train just because somebody else did. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to wait and see or to who gets sick or none of that other stuff. No, I ain't doing none of that. And I definitely ain't gonna take it because oh yeah, well we got a song that came out years ago talk about back that thing up and stuff like that. Be like oh yeah, that's gonna be hot. Hell no, shit, you gonna back that thing up in the hospital and shit. Fuck that.
Weekend. My mom, she took it, and I thought she lost her damn mind. And, I was like, "Mom, you lost your damn mind for taking the vaccine." She said, "I can't feel my arm."
Yeah,
I'm like, "That's what you get."
right.
Yeah, I said, "I'm
Yeah.
not taking it." I said,
Hey, don't feel bad, young. Don't feel bad.
I didn't
Don't
feel
don't
bad.
don't let nobody corner you into doing something that you don't want to do, man. Don't let nobody corner your ass into doing anything that you want to do. Stay strong minded. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to think of a perfect example. I know plenty of people that stay strong minded, and guess what? Guess what happened? You know what I'm saying? Some good came out of it, but for a while they were looking at some people like they was crazy. Malcolm X was one of them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Malcolm X was one of them or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So, man, just stay. If anything, natural is better. Like I'm like, okay, I would rather trust something from the earth. Now, if you gave me a vaccine that was full of fruits and vegetables, you know what I'm saying? Good quality H2O. You, you know what I'm saying? Some vitamins. Uh, then you be straight. Lots of people don't know this too, young. Hey, your vaccine, lots of people, I'll put you on some shit. You probably already know this. Nigga, all you gotta do, nigga, if you wanna reset your immune system and get your immune system to full immunity, go on a 3-day fast. Don't put nothing into your body or whatever for 72 hours. And then on top of that, put some hydrogen peroxide in your ear and you'll instantly boost your immune system. Because think about it, your without your immune system, young, you can't do nothing. You won't even be able to function. You won't be able to get up and go to the bathroom because you be so doggone sick.
Mm.
So your immune system is very important, and a lot of people don't realize that when you put these medicines and all this other stuff up in your body and stuff like that, man, they have a more detrimental effect than they do as a positive effect on your immune system. So I mean, I don't knock anybody for taking. I don't knock anybody for taking it or whatever. But don't try to come here and be like, oh yeah, well, Polo, are you gonna take it? Or Young, hey, you better take that, or else this is gonna happen to you. Hey, look, I'm still living. I'm fine. I done went to the doctor, had regular checkups and everything like that. I'm fine the way I am. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a touchy subject. I know it is.
I ain't tell the subject about that one, but nah, I ain't tell it.
You know,
Yeah,
everybody's like,
but like, how you feel about the Olympics? They lost. U.S. lost to Nigeria.
oh Lord, I already made a video on that, but I'll go ahead and I'll talk about it. Look, young, uh, I'm not surprised by it. But listen, when you underestimate your opponent, you come in playing around. You come in, they coming in, they just as hungry as you. Because this is the thing about it, they outshot us, and then on top of that, they from the 3 point line. Then on top of that, they we didn't shoot that well from three, and on top of that, they defended us well in terms of physicality, and that's odd with Nigeria because Nigeria is known for transition and athleticism. You know, if you go back and you go look at that the time we played Nigeria, yeah, we were busting their ass, but they were really athletic and they were hustling hard. Let's fast forward, young. Hey, the international game, these motherfuckers is catching up to the U.S. You can't come in there thinking that this is '92 in Croatia or some shit or Barcelona. Nah, these motherfuckers is coming there to take your lunch,
Hmm.
and that's what happened. I don't care if it's an exhibition game. Everybody, oh, it's the exhibition, nigga. Nigga, a loss is a loss. So guess what? All these other teams, they looking at film. They putting under a microscope. They like, okay, they got a formula.
Right.
What you think? What you think about it?
I mean, watching that, they really didn't have um a leader in that Olympic scene. Yeah, I'm totally be honest. They really didn't have that. And that's a real problem. 'Cause I feel like it's not real. That was like to me the worst Olympic team to be compared. Mm, so that's why I didn't. That's why I didn't really like about the Olympics thing because especially today's not really, especially back then. Though we all know your team's gonna win every time, but now you got internationals. They getting stronger and better players. Very problem. So,
That's fact. Leadership goes a long way, and this is another thing too. Hey, listen, I'm not going to excuse Popovich as much as I love Popovich, and he's a Hall of Fame coach, champion, and all that other stuff. I can't excuse him from the smoke neither. Uh, Popovich, young man, he's not getting through to the players like he wants you to. Let's just call it what it is. He's not getting through to the players like he wants you to.
hmm
This. Oh, you got it. Go ahead, man.
No, I said.
Okay, I was just about to say, we're not talking about mono, Parker, Ginobili, and Duncan, and guys like Avery Johnson, David Robinson, and all them. We're not talking about those guys, man. You're talking about a whole nother crop of players that you got to get into and stuff like that. And this is my other thing too. Uh, you know, y'all had enough to win. Bam Adebayo was second team all defensive. In my opinion, he should have been first team.
Mm.
You got Draymond Green on there, Jason Tatum, Dame Dollar, and you got KD
Uh,
and Jason. I mean, there ain't no reason why you should have lost. And you got Bradley Bill. Bradley Bill is the leading scorer in the NBA, but everybody like, oh yeah, Bradley Bill be wonderful with this team. What Bradley Bill be wonderful with that team? No, he won't.
he's on a contract. That's what I said. Like he's on a contract.
Oh my god.
So I was
I,
like, how can he get let go? He's on a con. He just signed a extension.
so let me ask you something, y'all. Do you think Bradley Bill would thrive in a great system?
The only system I see that then free agents, me, I feel like was the Bucks, Milwaukee.
Like
Cause
Milwaukee?
yeah, I feel like man, him and before they got Drew Holiday, I was like Giannis and Middleton. Sheesh. I'm like,
Yeah,
I'm like, phew. Like that's the playoff contenders. Mm.
right.
So that's what I said. I said like then when PJ came, that's what I said. But when they got Holiday, I said, oh, but to me, I feel like he would fit in that team with the Bucks. Very good. Very good shooter. Um, who can help them offensively. And then guys that help him work with defensively. But I'll say the Bucks was a fit role for him at the time.
Right. I I look at Bradley Bill, man, as he scores and everything. You know what I'm saying? But people, as much as people get on Kawhi Leonard as not being a vocal leader and stuff like that, I feel like his leadership qualities could be way more better. Yeah, he can score. You know what I'm saying? And he'll get shots and all that other stuff. But it's just like with Bradley Bill, it's like something is. I don't know, young man, and I know you in Florida and everything, man. Shout out to Florida, but man, I feel like something is missing with Bradley Bill. You ever felt like that? Like he don't seem complete. Like I don't know, man. He nowhere near trash. I know he ain't trash, but you look at his game and you just like something is missing with you, man.
Mm, yeah,
I don't
man.
know.
Mm,
I don't know. I always looked at him as something is missing, man. But yeah, young man, I was very disappointed in our squad. I couldn't believe that, man. Exhibition or no exhibition, I don't care. Nigeria came out and they was hooping.
yeah. Yeah, man, they did what they have to do. Nigeria came, they did what they do. They shouldn't even lose to Nigeria.
Right.
They shouldn't even lose that game.
I mean, are you one of them ones, young, that was like, oh, this is just an exhibition, or was you taking it just as serious as a regular game?
What you say?
Are, are you one of the ones that was just like, oh, this is just an exhibition, or are you actually one of the ones that's like, oh no, this is really a game?
It's the second one. It's like this really a game. It was this is very competitive. They really out here trying to get this team winning. Trying to get it done quickly, but yeah, and then I was like, oh, they're taking this nigga shit.
But yeah, man, y'all heard it first here, man. Man, young. Y'all, I'm gonna shut this one down, and I'm gonna get into something else a little bit later. I think you're gonna like the next one. Hopefully, you'll be able to pull up. Uh, Look, man. Make sure y'all sub to both of my channels or whatever, and then like this video, share it, also comment, and make sure you hit the notifications too that you're able to get my stream. I got my boy S Young. The other PC all day again is Polo Sports Talking ENT and also Polo Sports News Plus. Man, I'll holler at y'all in a little bit.